Hey, remember Kate Bishop? I know, that Hawkeye show that really wasn't about Hawkeye, it was about the new Hawkeye, Kate Bishop. Remember all the talks and how excited everybody was supposed to be? And then there was this Miss Marvel show, and everybody's going to be excited about that. And none of this really manifested to anything. Well, there's sort of like some rumors brewing about like the Young Avengers finally getting their thing. And then we saw some teaser photos of this in the past and pulling together these different young characters. It's something Marvel's always wanted to do. And I've asked myself, like, how are they going to do this? Well, there is sort of like a passive little leak slash reference that I thought was very interesting and kind of forgotten in the grand scheme of things because it was something that's kind of put in there that uh, I don't totally understand who it is. You know, Alex Perez is this popular scooper working for Cosmic Circus. Been pretty accurate, by the way. So I don't totally count this as true, but I think I count it as true because it lines up with Marvel DC. Like Disney's not going to learn their lesson. Can we all agree that Disney will be the last one to understand what we want or don't want from superhero movies? Because there's an offhanded comment in this conversation about Young Avengers that they have in a Champions TV show, and Ragnar Fruchtbaum has been tapped to write this story, and all this stuff's supposed to come out of the post Doomsday era, which is kind of what you'd expect, like 2027, when we'll see this kind of stuff. It'll get announced. You know, we'll know this is coming. But there's a comment about Haley Steinfeld, and Iman Vellani, who plays Kamala Khan. So basically, that we're going to have Kate Bishop and Miss Marvel having, quote, equal screen time in the Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, quote, co-leaders of the team. Co-leaders of the team. Okay, I want to make sure we're clear. Is anything about Doomsday, Robert Downey Jr. coming back at this version of Doctor Doom, the Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, Captain Falcon, all the different things that we've had, the idea that we'll have some sort of version of Chris Evans showing up, which I don't think will be Captain America. I think it'll be Nomad or something like that. We have Guardians characters. We have tons of other characters. We're going to lean in to these two teen girls. That's right, two teen girls. It was teased. They're going to form a team, but they're going to, quote, be the leaders of the team and be one of the main heavy hitters for the next saga as a leader of the Young Avengers. Yeah, I think they're going to be looking to Cassie Lang. That's the young girl that is in Ant-Man and the Wasp and Quantumania, which I thought she was just insufferable as well. I think that you're going to see more about this unless people speak out, because I don't think this is what people are expecting. Because if this is Avengers, Doomsday, and Secret Wars, and it's all leaning into these characters that no one liked before, they are completely done. If this is true, Avengers, Doomsday, Secret Wars will not live up to the expectations, and Marvel and in the MCU will be completely dead. Like, it will completely backfire. I mean, we're talking like $600 to $800 million bombs. This would be a disaster. If this movie is not about the traditional big machismo action adventure something, I find this impossible to believe with the Russos kind of being attached to everything. But I know that Kevin Feige and this machinery of Marvel calls all the shots. We know that's true. And what characters are we supposed to hang our hat on anyway? The Thunderbolts, this sort of like has been rewritten universe of nonsense that don't have any great character. No one's chomping at the bit for anything right now. And Doomsday thing's coming. But the Doomsday thing, a Secret Wars thing, which will reset everything, is all about setting up Kate Bishop and Miss Marvel anyway. That was the track they were on to begin with. So it makes the Doomsday Secret War stuff even a bigger money grab than it was before. Like, this is a disaster. This is even more hollow and shallow and insignificant than what I thought they were actually going to try to accomplish. I actually thought they were just going to try to recast and revamp things through some sort of multiverse collision nonsense with the Fantastic Four universe. They'd have a chance to kind of put in a new Iron Man and a new Cap and do some different things that would bring everybody back to the theaters with the type of enthusiasm they had before. Some big name hitters could come in with some roles, and we don't have to have exactly the same type of team, but we could get something. But if we're all going to just steer around the fact that we're just going to end up with Kate Bishop, Miss Marvel, Cassie Lang. That is the last thing I think people want. That is not what anybody wants. So I don't know. I thought it was interesting. I think this is all still very rumor driven and a lot of speculation, but I also find it to be very much aligned with what we all know Marvel to been in the past and where they may be going in the future. So love your thoughts on it. What do you guys think? Are you excited? Aren't you ready to have Kate Bishop as Hawkeye and Miss Marvel and all them back? Aren't you ready excited for that? I am not.